Previously on Black Book. Old Igor's undead master is finally put to rest, and then Vasilisa encounters a nuisance on the way to a pothouse.
You can hear the sounds of an accordion and lively conversation. The door is locked. The peasant holds his head and wipes away a single tear from time to time.
Are you alright?
Oh, girl, what are you doing here? Get out of here while you still can. This is an evil place.
I know it is. That's why I'm here. I found dead bandits in the forest, at the logging site. It would seem that demons killed them.
That's what happened. Run while you yourself are still alive.
If you're so scared, why aren't you running too?
I can't escape the charts. They left me here while they're drinking in the pothouse. Later, they'll ride me to hell.
Dear God, so you're dead?
I used to spend quite a bit of time in this pothouse. Now it's time to pay the bill.
I see. What can you tell me about the pothouse?
A wicked place. Oh, wicked people. So it was. And it's worse now.
Why are you crying?
What? I'm not crying. I won't cry. No matter what fate befalls me. Do you hear?
I know it is. That's why I'm here. I found dead bandits in the forest, at the logging site. It would seem that demons killed them.
That's what happened. Run while you yourself are still alive.
If you're so scared, why aren't you running too?
I can't escape the charts. They left me here while they're drinking in the pothouse. Later, they'll ride me to hell.
Dear God, so you're dead?
I used to spend quite a bit of time in this pothouse. Now it's time to pay the bill.
Perhaps I can save you. I know how to deal with chorts. I have a pastor full of my own. Just help me get inside.
You can't help me, but you can pick on a chart if you like. Here is the key from the back door. You can go in if you want to.
You can hear the sounds of an accordion and lively conversation. The door is locked. The lock falls to the floor with a thud. The door is open. The accordion player winks at you while playing his instrument.
I knew your life wouldn't be the same without me. You came to see me, Vasilisa, my dear.
Don't tempt fate, Fyodor.
I'm only kidding. The fun starts at night.
Aren't you afraid of Wicked Man?
What's there to be afraid of? Everyone likes a good accordion player. I tell you, the devil himself doesn't frighten me. I won't let anyone hurt you either.
I found something. I think demons are to blame for it. Perhaps the bandits are all dead by now.
The stories you tell, Vasilisa. You and your old man, always first-rate jokers.
This is no joke, Fetka.
Oh, stop it, Vasha. You'll make me miss my notes.
What were you saying about fun?
Some guy tells me here that as soon as it gets dark, we'll start treating our guests so well that he'll be in heaven. That's the gist of it.
Huh. Interesting. We'll talk later.
All right, here, sit on the bench. Listen to my fine playing.
The fun starts to gather momentum, while the sky behind the window is getting dark. The fun starts to gather momentum, while the sky behind the window is getting dark. Soon the peasants are dancing so hard that the walls around them start to shake. After some time, the crowd is having so much fun that the accordion player is lifted up and thrown into the air to cheers. The most noticeable in the crowd is a large man. Is this the game, Chief? You notice that the pothouse visitors approach a glass jar that stands by the window and smears something around their eyes. Having carefully picked out this moment, you reach the item. You've had a bad feeling about this pothouse for a while, and now it has turned to horror. Your suspicions prove true. Everything around you was an illusion. The accordion player wasn't thrown into the air without malice. You take out the black book, but the chief of the short swarm calls you out.
I think my stables will see another witch added to it. What a day. Whatever brought you here, madam?
The musician is trying to get out of the noose with all his strength.
I know that you killed the local bandits.
They found what they shouldn't have. That is, us. I can't say we weren't grateful, though.
You killed them all? Why?
The accordion player fights back a little less fiercely.
Do we require a reason? We're evil spirits, girl. But you ask your questions. I have plenty of time.
Stop your blabbing! You're going to hell along with your pack.
We'll see who goes to hell. I'll turn you into a mare and hitch you to a cart. Keep at it, and your friend here will join us sinners.
Don't count on it.
You will follow right after.
When Mikolka the Chort falls, his flock flies screaming from the windows and doors. You quickly release Fidk from the noose. He seems to be still breathing, but there's no trace of his usual hubris. To your surprise, the Chort hasn't yet vanished like the rest.
Wait, Khaldun, I will help you.
What? You're looking to serve me? I have plenty of charts of my own.
But I am a strong Chort. You've seen it yourself. I'll prove myself useful more than once.
First, tell me this. What happened to the bandits?
They dug up an old treasure chest and was buried here a long time ago by Usquinix. It was guarded by strong sorcery. Not strong enough to kill all the bandits, but still. I think something went wrong with the Zagavor, or maybe the place there is special. We were bound to guard it, regular Chorts we were, but with time, the magic grew stronger, and so did our power, like wine. When they opened the chest, we took what we were due, all of their heads. The residue of the sorcery created this phantom.
I don't think Vakul will be too happy.
And after that, we started gathering the cursed ones around the area. I turn the sinners into horses and drive them into hell. Everything had been going so well until you came. The Zagavad was so strong even the evil spirits used herbs to counter it.
Should I leave these chorts here to roam around instead of the bandits? Let them make offerings to the Vodinoi. All right, come into my service.
Thank you, witch. You won't regret it. I will spoil a lot of souls on your behalf.
The accordion player has stood on the border between life and death, and seems to be different right now. On your way back, he is silent. You help Fejdka get to the closest village and return home. You can only guess how the Vodinoi will react to the death of his bandits. They won't make him offerings anymore.
And I was here by dawn. And I was here by dawn.
Why didn't you leave that short to make sacrifices, huh? Catch the cockroaches.
I'll think of something with the Vodinoi.
You'd better. We don't have time to search for another Vodinoi. All right, you need to go to the mill. I already sent a salt worker there.
Do you think Vakul will break the seal?
No, I don't know. He'll do whatever he thinks of. He likes sacrifices. Maybe you can make him change his mind with money.
I've been thinking about that Rusalka.
You could try to buy out her soul, but what's the point? He'll let her go in 50 years or so. She's dead, she can wait.
What should I watch out for at the Watermill?
I think you should be ready for anything. That demon wanted to meet there for a reason. He has power there, as well as history.
I'm getting better and better with the book.
Ha! You bet. Knowledge is light. The longer you hold on to this book, the brighter it shines, and the taller the shadow is behind your back. Doesn't matter who holds this book, a girl or an old man. This shadow keeps growing, and in time will cover villages, peasants, friends, and family. Finally, it gets to you.
Well, time to go to the mill.
It's not far from Gaina village. You won't get lost there.
Ah, Vasilisa, here you are. I've been thinking about that wind and three sides and river shells.
So you've remembered about being Sosetko in that spa?
Now, I think we should go back in the church in Yenidor. Maybe something will come up there.
Let's go. But is there anything left? Centuries have passed.
We'll search near the foundations, in the cellar. All secrets are hidden underground. You know that better than most. When we'll be in Galbets, maybe then I can tell some future. I'm a Sosetka after all.
Proshka stops every now and then. Circling around a bit, he hesitantly proceeds on his course. It seems as if something is bothering the demon, something about the road ahead that he hasn't himself realized yet. At the next stop, a gust of wind blows dust in your face. Could it be a demonic wedding? The road whirlwind is a harbinger of a northern night. The wind bends the trees and sends dust and leaves flying to the empty spaces of the Yanidor crossroads. Somewhere deep in the forest, a lone wolf begins his song. Proshka stops in hesitation once more.
What a wind.
Why are you standing there, Proshka?
I remembered. I used to visit this place often. Perhaps when I was alive, one of the church. Doesn't look like my church was worshipped too much, does it?
All you think is about being worshipped. What else could happen in the crossroads that tied Proshka to this place? Maybe you were buried here. Were you a great sinner?
Sounds about right. That's how I became a Susietka. Let me think. I think I'm remembering something. Dig here.
I don't want to dig up your grave.
Dig, I say. What a thick-headed witch.
All right, as you wish. But if there's nothing there...
You dig up the earth near the road where Proshka told you to. Under a thin layer of dirt and near a rotten log, you find a silver plaque. Proshka furrows his feline brow, but doesn't feel any memories return. The old bridge creaks from the cold wind, the cold water of some swampy river rippling beneath it. In the middle of it, you notice forest chorts looking at you with their cold, lifeless eyes from the reeds. The demon needs only lift his paw for the forest spirits to scramble in panic. You look at him in amazement. Was this his doing, or do the spirits know about the power of the Black Book?
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
The northern wind bends the treetops. Their rustling fills the swamps with a rhythmical noise, in which you hear the whisperings of leshis and the wings of demons flapping beneath the ground. You stop for a minute, thinking of how ancient these forests truly are. How many centuries have they stood here? How many centuries will they stand yet? Your meditations are interrupted by Proshka's grumbling. Yanidor is close.
What a dump, right? Look at all this rotten wood. And it used to all be so fine. Don't just stand there, Vasia. There is the door to the undercroft. Open it!
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft.
It's not as simple as that. Search the chests. Perhaps you'll find something.
What am I looking for?
How would I know? Now, don't look at me like that. There are icons all over the place. It's bad for me to look at them, you know?
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft. Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space leading deeper underground.
I've seen these idols, Vasilisa.
You've been in this dugout before?
Yes, but when? Was it long ago? Something is missing. As if one of the passes on the hunter's calendar has disappeared. Add it, and everything fits right into place.
Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The eerie faces of the forgotten deities seem to emanate a cold draft. One of the idols is missing his carved face. An ancient wooden angel is watching you indifferently. You peer into his face, and it looks as if he's wearing a wooden mask. You touch the mask, and it falls to your feet. Its image reminds you of the strange chorts depicted on the idols of the demons. An ancient wooden angel is watching you indifferently. You peer into his face, and it looks as if he's wearing a wooden mask. Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space leading deeper underground. Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The eerie faces of the forgotten deities seem to emanate a cold draft. One of the idols is missing his carved face.
Vasilisa, I think I remember. I remember everything. But look, what's happening to me? That's right. That's how I used to look when they called me Whitebeard. Hunters used to bring me river shells from the north, and I flew with the all-knowing wind with no rest and no respite.
Roshka, is that you?
Vasilisa, I remembered everything. All thanks to you.
Your name was Voipil. Who are you?
I used to be a god, the lord of the northern wind and master of the true people's destiny, those who lived in the forests of Cherry. I was once powerful for a time. Other gods came and believed in me doomed. Thou shalt not worship the idol of Voipil, and thou shalt not deal out funeral feasts to him. And thus it came to be. The lights of altars dwindled, and so did my powers.
Are those your idols beneath the church?
Yes, they are. It was my lost temple, this dugout. I still remember that woman. Didn't want to lose the old faith. She hid my idols and put my face on the angels. That's how I survived, as a demon. But in a halo of ecclesiastical glory.
Why all the shells?
This is my symbol, my ears. I used to be omnipresent in this area. I used to cool the ferocious flame of the sun with my wind. But that time is long gone. All that's left are these shells. Bones of the past, long forgotten.
What will you do now?
I'll stay with you. I am in your debt. It's not like I've suddenly grown in power. The universe has been turned upside down. The gods of all the today's demons. And so did I. When people forgot about me, I forgot about myself. And lost my erstwhile power. But now my past has returned, along with some of my strength. I will help you, Vasilisa. Who knows what other rebirths can I undergo?
So it turned out that our Proshka used to be a chute demon.
Jesus Christ!
Didn't expect that, Grandpa, did you? Perhaps now I'll be the one to tell you to hunt mice.
Unbelievable! I didn't think that such strong spirit would enter your service. I'm glad all the training worked out. Or is it the book? So, now you're going to stay with us?
Well, yeah. I'll live out my cat life with Vasilisa. I found mine, now I help Vasilisa find hers.
And no nagging about mice. You might be St. George himself, but you should still do your duty. While I still have my teeth, I'm the master of this house.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll take care of it. Consider the mice gone. How do you like my new fur? What a glow.
I don't know how to address you now. Proshka or Voipil?
Roska it is. I've told you that I'll stay with you until all the seals are open. You've helped me. Now it's my turn. I'm not scared of any charts. How can they possibly harm me?
What kind of spirit are you?
A chewed one. Permans believed in me in the olden days. My powers have waned. I can catch mice, though.
You're helping me then again.
Yeah, and my power grows because of that. So I won't leave you.
You've remembered your past, but won't you forget it all once again?
Yes, you become at what you're doing. If you'll be a Sosietka for 100 years, then you'll become one. If you wouldn't have reminded me of the past, then who knows? Maybe I would have become a hairy old man then in another 100. Enough of this Sosietka business. When you'll free your guy, I go back to mountains. I will fly around like a free northern wind. I won't forget a thing that way.
God be with you. I'm a fisherman from the northern lake, Vatti, Lord forgive. I came to thank you. I don't know what you did, but the Vodinoi stopped cutting our nets. Here, I brought some dried pike from our crew.
Near the old Izba, a man is scolding his wife. Half the village soon gathers to listen to the quarrel. Half the peasants take the side of the husband, while the other half support the wife. The subject of the argument turns out to be a saw that breaks down every other time. The man suspects that his wife is cursing it, while she insists she is innocent. This item looks like it's been repaired quite often. Looks like it was fixed by the local smith a couple of days ago. You think that the smith may know something about the defect and learn how to get to his Izba. You decide on your next actions. It turns out the mill has long since been abandoned and is rather notorious here. Hardly anyone is brave enough to get close to the building. The talk is, the Vodinoi still grabs passers-by and drags them to the bottom. You decide on your next actions. On the village street, you meet a strange peasant procession with chests and sacks. A peasant clutching a sleepy rooster walks in the lead. The people stop, noticing you on their way. The old women start to cross themselves,
thinking you to be a bad omen. The man walking at the head of the procession addresses you.
Who are you, bareheaded wench? What are you doing here at night?
A rooster in hand and sacks full of clothing. What are these peasants planning? Huh. They're carrying their belongings with them at midnight. This can be only one ritual. Looks like they're offering the rooster as a sacrifice to the Susietko. So they're moving. I'm a simple traveler who's lost her way. So, you're moving into a new izba?
None of your business, wench.
I'm a witch doctor. I can help you move.
After a brief discussion, the peasants accept your offer. You make a sacrifice near the future hut while whispering Zagavers. Thankful people offer you some gifts. You go past the new houses of the settlement and approach the Kama Bank. The Vadinoi was sure to be followed by his retinue, dead men and drowners from the underwater domain. Breathing in the fresh night air, you draw a circle. The Chthonian guests show up almost immediately. Your recent acquaintances emerge from the river.
Is that you, witch?
A witch! A witch!
You! What do you need here?
Vakul has gone to the Watermill, so the border is thin. We came along too.
To help him deal with that girl also.
Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
If you know the Vadinoi so well, maybe you can tell me how to help the Saltwalker and the Rusalka.
The Vodinoi took a liking to you. He likes knowers. He doesn't like that you held the Rusalka with her name. He planned to live with her for a long time. What's he going to do with her now that she remembered her past? He was upset that you held this shepherd. He got so angry. There were waves all over. Vakul is not in a good mood now. He'll probably demand a ransom. I don't know how much. But he won't ever let the Rusalka go. Only when her time comes. Like the rest of the drowners.
When my time comes, I'll become a Vadinoi myself.
Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
You sit here for a while and swim home. I'll go have a talk with the Vadinoi.
We'll see about that.
The smithy is built on the far end of the village to prevent fires. You knock at the door and shudder. The sound disturbs the heavy silence. The door opens. The first thing you see is a gun, and then the smith.
Who are you? It seems a bit early for caroling.
A man from Fyodorova sent me. Here, his saw is fixed poorly.
The smith puts down his gun and inspects the tool.
Lousily done. It's my work. But what can you do? I'm afraid to work for too long. You won't believe me.
I'm a knower. I've seen a lot of things.
Christ almighty. Well, listen. The devil himself visits me. He looks like an ordinary, God-fearing man, but smells of drink. He comes and tells me, shoe my horses. So I'm lifting the horse's hoof and see a human foot. This peasant has it backwards, hooves for feet, and he stares at me with these eyes. So I had to shoe a human foot. Lord, forgive me. I've been afraid to open the door ever since.
You say he smells of drink? I met shorts such as this yesterday. They won't bother you anymore.
You chased them away? I don't know how to thank you. Give me the saw. It will be as good as new.
The grateful smith fixes the tool and bows low to you. On your way back, you give the peasant the saw and receive your reward. The wine shop is working until late. Warm light from its window pours onto the street, hidden in the dark. Noticing your book, the wine seller invites you inside. He claims to have books for sale.
I see you're interested in books. You have a great one with you, I see. Is it old? I'm not only selling drinks, you know. Care to look?
On the riverbank, you see a peasant that used to look after the Vajinoy's cows. He is alive and obviously free, but his eyes are empty and he can't say a word. You know these things happen to regular people who have been through such experiences. You guide the man to the village and explain that he needs to get to his home, Nekrasova.
Will Vasilisa have much to worry about regarding previous efforts? What will Vakul require for fulfilling Vasilisa's requests? Find out next time on Black